Hello, Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO. It is time for a extremely unprepared episode of Sloth City, because I haven't done this in a while, and I don't have a lot of time to do it now, because it's not like I ever have 2 days off in a row, so I'm going to be going into work in an hour or two, but I figured I could still take a little time out to share with my friends, share with the Slothrin, share with everybody what is going on in Sloth City. So, let's get to it. First of all, we have these fine new citizens. I don't know if I introduced them in my last video. Probably not. But here we have this wonderful new citizen, plant animal. I know that's not quite what other people were calling this fine citizen, but I call them plant animal because I can't remember the other one. And plant animal has their good friend here, and he has come to join the groundskeeping crew of Sloth City, and he has brought with him his wonderful, wonderful leaf blower of doom. It is extremely large and double-barreled, and he is going to be using that to help keep the streets of Sloth City to be clean and orderly and free of leaves and trash. So, welcome these new citizens, and on to the big thing, the big reason why I decided to do this video today. And that is this. And by the way, I have Miss Shiloh the cat, who insisted on being on my lap during this video, so we may or may not have some commentary from Shiloh. I hope not. But yes, look at this. This is so absolutely awesome. It is most excellent, epic vintage set 770. It is called Rescue Set, and by 770, that means that this was produced in, I think, 1976, when I would have been a little sloth of 6 or 7, depending on what time of the year it was. So, I purchased this set in good used condition, and I have added it to Sloth City, and it came with citizens and this wonderful little Bambulance and Bambulance helicopter thing. So let's take a look at them. And here they are. We have our wonderful citizens with their wonderful vintage hospital uniforms, emergency paramedic uniforms, and their wonderfully vintage appearance, and able to make it through life without any visible hands, and their extremely cool and vintage professional expressions. And they have the wonderful ability to just kind of meld with their stretchers, so that if they want to carry somebody on a stretcher, that's how they do it, even without hands. But it does not slow them down. They are so cool. They are so vintage. They are my childhood. And I just think that anybody who says that, they are a collector and they have never bothered to get any of these wonderful citizens for themselves, well, I just think that you're missing something, because these guys have got character that the new minifigures you may be able to do more with them, and okay, they might have lots of expressions and lots of hair and stuff, but still, these are just so cool. And you don't see them anywhere. You don't see them being used. Nobody is doing anything with them. And that is such a shame. Same thing with the wonderful vehicles. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have its little red cross on it, but it's got these awesome, cool, hold on, these awesome Bambulance doors that are like shutters from a window, but they work just perfectly, and I think that that's just so clever for the time. The pieces that they had were so simple, but it's not like you're not going to recognize it as an ambulance, even though it doesn't have the red cross on it. And of course, it did, but it is, well, 1976 to 2022. Yeah, that's been a good number of years. I did get one sticker with this set, and I have positioned it down here because it was located on a 2x2 piece, not a 1x2 piece, and so it didn't work as well to have it up here where it would have been. But again, we have this absolutely perfectly functional Bambulance helicopter, and it has these doors that, these doors that open up on either side, and there is a wonderfully good-sized cockpit in there. You can see the other doors from the other side. I'm not going to try to open them right now. You can see how much room there is in there. There's room for a emergency patient and their stretcher and any number of emergency personnel to take care of them. And it has this wonderfully vintage front window that if you were actually trying to pilot this thing, I wouldn't really envy you for that. But still, it is so gorgeously, beautifully vintage. It is in wonderful shape for as old as it is. And I just think that a Bambulance helicopter from 1976 is just so much more excellent than paying the money to get a boringly generic recent one, from a boringly generic recent set that everybody has seen reviewed, everybody has seen in people's cities, okay, everybody knows what they look like, they've seen them on the shelves in the stores, but they haven't seen this. You haven't seen this in the stores, you haven't seen these citizens, featured in a review. Nobody is doing that, and that is one of the things that makes Sloth City special, because we have appreciation for these people. We do not think that they are outmoded. We do not think that they should be retired. We think that they should be as appreciated as any other minifigure, as appreciated as any other emergency vehicle. There is no reason why simplicity cannot be beautiful. It is modern. It is wonderful. It is sufficient to do the job, and there's no reason why we need to have more than that to express the stories that we have to tell. And that is what I wanted to show you, dear Slothrin, dear adult fans of Lego. I want to encourage you to not just get the new stuff, not just get the modern stuff. Don't be taken in by the, oh, it's got new pieces and, here is this limited edition thing. Go for the thing that is limited edition because they haven't made it in 30 years. Go ahead and be the brave one who brings vintage people into your scenarios and lets them be part of the scene, because They are still worthy. They are still interesting and cool and can do things and can be creative. And if you don't have a reason to have emergency personnel, have hospital personnel, it's white. It goes with everything. They can go do something else, they can blend in anywhere. Just come on. How can you think that these are not cool? They're so cool. They're so cool. But there it is. And by the way, even though this is vintage, I am still going to do some things to it to, make it more functional and unique and part of Sloth City. And I do have one Red Cross piece that I am going to try to fit onto it that I ordered from Bricklink. So I am going to be doing things to it, but until I do, it is still a perfectly functional Bambulance, and we have this wonderful emergency Bambulance helicopter, and until I get to doing that, they will be able to perform their emergency jobs. And even if I don't get around to doing it, they will still be able to do that. But I will be doing that. I promise I will. But until then, I hope that you, my dear, dear adult fans of Lego and Slothrin, have a very most excellent and epic day. And I will be on my way and getting ready for work, and I will join you as soon as I can.